It always starts with a heartbeat traders pretend they don't hear. That one pulse that jumps when the chart shifts against you. That moment where your breath goes tight, your mind goes loud, and your screen feels too close. You know this moment. Maybe you're living it right now. A candle moves a little faster than you expected. Your hand hesitates over the mouse. Your brain fires through 1,000 outcomes in half a second, and something inside you whispers, get out now. But another voice says, wait, hold. Two voices, one screen, one decision, and suddenly everything your strategy promised begins to shake. This is the real battlefield, not the market, but the space between what you planned and what you feel. And inside that space, AI models already know which version of you is about to show up, because whether traders admit it or not, there are only two identities in that moment, the calm trader and the panic trader. One breathes, one reacts, one waits, one explodes, and long before your finger clicks, AI has already predicted which one you're about to become. Picture this, a simple pullback, nothing unusual, a setup you've traded 100 times, but today, there's tension in your chest. Your mind keeps replaying yesterday's loss, and suddenly that same setup feels dangerous. You aren't reacting to the market, you're reacting to memory. This is where panic begins. And this is where AI models outperform humans in ways nobody wants to admit. Because AI doesn't feel yesterday. AI doesn't care about last week's losses. AI doesn't remember the candle that betrayed you. AI doesn't fear being wrong. It just watches you, cold, neutral, unforgiving. How fast your cursor moves, how often you check P&L, how long you hesitate before a trade, how quickly you scale size after a loss, how your breathing pattern shifts when you're on a losing streak. These tiny behaviors, these micro signals, these invisible emotional leaks, they're data, and AI models are built to read data far better than we read our own minds. But let's slow down for a second, because this isn't a story about algorithms. This is a story about you. About that version of you that appears when the chart starts moving just a little too fast. Maybe you've seen him before. A trader who cuts a winning trade too early because the candle twitched. A trader who widens a stop loss because fear overrides logic. A trader who adds size to a losing position trying to fix the mistake. A trader who enters too late, exits too early, regrets instantly. A trader who becomes someone they don't recognize. And somewhere in the background, the calm trader watches like a ghost. The version of you that could have traded this moment with clarity, with patience, with awareness. The version you wish you were. You've met both. You've been both. We all have. But here's the part that stings. AI models can now predict which version of you is about to take control, before you even feel the shift happening inside your chest. You know why? Because panic is predictable. Humans think panic is chaos, a storm, a breakdown. But AI sees patterns. Repeating micro-behaviors hidden in plain sight, hesitation timestamps, rapid tab switching, scrolling speed, order size inconsistency, exit timing under pressure, how fast you move from chart to chart when nervous. To the human eye, it's nothing. To the algorithm, it's a full emotional report card. You think you're hiding fear behind discipline, but your actions expose you every single time. And while you're wrestling with doubt, trying to calm your thoughts, trying to act logically, AI already knows. Is this the calm version of you, or the panic version? And here's the strange part, the part that feels almost unfair. AI doesn't judge you. AI doesn't blame you. AI doesn't shame you for losing control. It simply reads you. And once AI reads you, it predicts you. Now let's walk into a moment traders never talk about. You see a candle drop fast. Your heart spikes. Your hand tightens. You're not losing money yet. But your brain acts like you're already in danger. Your body fires survival mode. Your logic collapses in seconds. And here's the truth nobody says out loud. Panic doesn't start on the chart. It starts in the nervous system. Your fear response activates long before your thoughts can catch up. Your emotions react at lightning speed. Your brain tries to rationalize after the fact. This is why panic traders lose. Their emotions make decisions their mind doesn't approve of. But the calm trader? He reacts on a different timeline. He lets the emotion rise, but he doesn't act on it. He recognizes the spike. He pauses. He breathes. He gives his brain enough space to regain control. And in that tiny pause, that microscopic moment of clarity, he wins. Because he chooses intention over instinct. This is the split AI sees clearly. The panic trader acts before thinking. The calm trader thinks before acting. And the more the algorithm observes, the more accurate it becomes. Now let's talk about something subtle, something most traders never notice. AI is not predicting the market more than it is predicting you. It knows the shape of your fear. It knows the speed of your reactions. It knows how consistent or emotional your decisions are. It knows what triggers you. It knows what calms you. It knows what breaks you. And once the model understands your emotional blueprint, it knows how you'll behave under pressure better than you do. This is why some traders repeat the same mistakes for years. Not because they're undisciplined, not because they're stupid, not because they don't understand charts, but because they don't understand their patterns. AI does. And here's the most uncomfortable truth. Calm traders and panic traders live inside the same person. They're not two different people. They're two different emotional states. The question is not, which one am I? The real question is, when the pressure hits, which one takes control? Let's go inside the mind for a moment. You're in a trade. It's going well. Then the chart pulls back. Not a reversal, just a pullback. But your chest tightens anyway. Your brain starts predicting disaster. Your hands start moving faster. You exit. Instant regret. Because a few seconds later, the chart returns to your target. Without you, you didn't exit because your system told you to. You exited because your fear told you to. This is the panic trader. He lives in the future, predicting things that haven't happened yet, trying to escape imagined pain. And AI models recognize this behavior with precision. Why? Because panic has a pattern. It looks disorganized, but it's extremely consistent. Your emotional signals fire in the same sequence every time. Stress, hesitation, hyperfocus, overreaction, regret. And if the model sees this sequence often enough, it becomes almost impossible to surprise it. You can surprise yourself, but you cannot surprise your patterns. And AI reads patterns like second nature. Now imagine the calm trader. Different internal world, different speed, different emotional language. He sees the same pullback, feels the same discomfort, but he does something almost no one teaches. He does nothing. He lets the discomfort exist. He allows the tension without obeying it. He doesn't panic over the feeling of panic. This is the psychological skill modern traders must develop. Calm is not the absence of fear. Calm is the ability to stay aware inside fear. And here's where modern AI trading psychology becomes powerful. Calm traders create signals that are harder for AI to predict. Their behavior is less reactive, less emotional, less chaotic, more intentional. This slows down the algorithm's ability to categorize them. Because calm traders don't follow impulsive behavioral loops. They break the pattern. And when you break the pattern, you get your power back. Let me tell you something important. Something you've felt, but never articulated. Your biggest losses didn't come from bad strategy. They came from emotional speed. You acted too fast. You reacted too soon. You let fear make decisions meant for logic. This is the core difference between the calm trader and the panic trader. One responds. One reacts. One sees the moment. One gets swallowed by it. One has awareness. One has urgency. And awareness wins every single time. Because markets don't punish emotion. They punish emotional action. Fear is human, but panic-driven action is destructive. And AI models understand this better than we do. They can spot the panic sequence building long before you feel out of control. Sudden order changes, inconsistent size, rapid canceling, chasing entries, closing early, re-entering out of frustration. Every sign is a breadcrumb, and AI sees the whole trail. But here's what people misunderstand. AI predicting panic is not the problem. Not understanding your emotional blueprint is. Because if AI can predict your panic, you can learn to predict it too. That's where the power is. You'll notice something when you study calm traders. They're not calm because the market is easy. They're calm because they understand themselves. They know exactly how their fear behaves. They know their reactions before they happen. They see their emotional patterns forming in real time. They don't fight their mind. They observe it. And that observation gives them time, space, clarity. A psychological advantage far more valuable than any indicator. When a candle moves sharply, they don't rush. They don't collapse into instinct. They don't surrender to fear. They breathe. They look again. They let the first emotional wave pass. And when the wave passes, logic returns. This is what the panic trader never experiences. The second wave. The calm after the emotion. The clarity after the fear. The perspective after the spike. If you act during the first wave, you act emotionally. If you act after the second wave, you act intentionally. This tiny difference separates emotional traders from consistent traders. And AI knows exactly which group you belong to. Now let's end part 1 here, right at the edge of awareness, right inside the split between calm and panic. You think you're choosing your trades consciously, but AI knows the truth. It sees the real patterns sitting behind every decision you try to justify. And here's the part most traders never want to hear. AI doesn't just predict your entries. It predicts the emotional collapse that follows a bad entry you took too early, too big, or too blind. The calm trader breathes once, checks risk, checks volatility, checks correlation. The panic trader breathes fast, forces the click, tries to feel safe in the speed. AI doesn't care about your intention. It only tracks your behavior. It watches how quickly you chase a candle after missing the original entry, how your hand hesitates for 0.3 seconds before a stop-loss adjustment, how you double a position immediately after getting stopped out. Small movements to you, enormous signals to the algorithm. The calm trader accepts randomness. The panic trader fights randomness and loses. AI spots the difference instantly because calm behavior is consistent. Panic behavior always mutates under pressure. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't blow up because the market traps you. You blow up because your brain gives AI models a perfect map of your reactions. Loss makes the calm trader slow down. Loss makes the panic trader speed up. AI measures that acceleration in timing, size, reaction speed. It knows which one of you will implode before the implosion even starts. And this is where traders quietly break, not because of the chart, but because of the mirror the chart forces them to face. You've lived it the moment you're in a trade. Price pulls against you a little, nothing serious. But your heart tightens. You zoom in, zoom out, change time frame, check news. Not because you need the information, but because your brain is searching for comfort. AI sees that search. It registers uncertainty as volatility amplification in your behavior. The calm trader reduces size to regain clarity. The panic trader adds size to regain control. One moves with the risk, the other fights the risk, and AI can see the entire story in advance. Now watch what the algorithm does next. It places you in a behavioral bucket, not to insult you, but to classify you. Calm trader equals predictable stability. Panic trader equals predictable chaos. Both are predictable, just in completely different ways. And this is why AI models panic better than humans. Because humans feel their emotions, AI only measures them. You may think you're hiding your fear, but fear leaks into every micro-action. Your timing, your scrolling, your zooming, your rapid-fire clicks. The algorithm catches all of it. And suddenly, without you realizing, your next mistake becomes statistically guaranteed. But here's the moment that shifts everything. Panic isn't a personality trait. It's a repeated pattern the brain defaults to under uncertainty, meaning you can change it, and AI can help you, not by predicting your downfall, but by revealing the triggers that lead to it. Think about the last 3 trades you ruined, not the losses, the behavior. Did you size up randomly? Did you adjust the stop out of fear? Did you close the winner too early? These aren't failures. They're signals. Signals AI sees with perfect clarity, and signals you can learn to see too. The calm trader isn't calm because he's smarter. He's calm because he's aware of his patterns, aware of his impulses, aware of the moments the brain tries to hijack the trade. Awareness beats panic. Awareness rewires reactions. Awareness makes you unprofitable for the algorithm to predict. Because once you become aware, AI loses its advantage over you. You stop being the trader who reacts. You become the trader who observes. The trader who interprets data without emotional distortion. The trader who trades slow in a market that forces everyone else fast. The trader who sees the trap before stepping into it. Because the trap used to be your own behavior. Now imagine this version of you. Looking at the chart without shaking hands. Entering without tightening shoulders. Holding without the constant, "What if I'm wrong?" Exiting with logic instead of fear. Letting the trade flow through you instead of around you. That's the identity shift. Not perfection. Not robotic discipline. Just a trader who knows their own emotional code. A trader AI can't manipulate through predictability. And this is where the whole story flips. The same AI that exposes your weaknesses can train your strengths. Use it to analyze your past trades. Track your emotional timing. Identify your recurring panic loops. Study your volatility reactions. Catch the pattern before it becomes the mistake. This is modern trading psychology. Not gut feeling, not motivational hype, not trust the plan blindly, but using data to understand the part of you that used to ruin the plan. You're not fighting the market. You're learning the architecture of your own behavior. You're rebuilding the trader inside you, quietly, patiently, intelligently, one pattern at a time. And if you're still listening right now, there's a reason. Something in you is ready to shift, ready to stop trading from fear, ready to stop feeding the algorithm, predictable panic, ready to become the calm trader not by force, but by understanding. This is the part where everything slows down, because you're not the same trader who pressed play on this video. You're more aware, more awake, more honest, more capable. If you're ready to trade with awareness instead of anxiety, if you're ready to become the trader AI cannot predict, stay with me. Mind for trade is now your edge.